Yep, I know Logan. That's why I'm here. Logan bans Q block. So we remove Warlock there. And I wonder if they're doing asynchronous bans again. And I guess we're just waiting for Ang's ban. Ang bans Druid. So yeah, Logan's signature Togwaggle Druid is continuing to get banned. Not surprised given how much he's talked about it, but it's a little shame. I would have liked to see it on stream. But well, too bad. Looks like they're about to hop into the game right now, so we'll be ready to spectate real soon. Yeah. I think overall I'm not at all surprised that Logan bans the Q block. Q block is just looking so strong right now. Looks like we're gonna see Odd Rogue versus Odd Rogue versus Even Shaman. I find the odd even thing fascinating. I was really surprised by how many good even decks there were. And in general, like the strength of the odd even archetypes. But it's been interesting. Almost makes up for how much I hate this meta. Alright. And this pretty weak opening hand for Logan here. Sea Giants don't do all that much. On the Odd Rogue side, we see pretty high value stuff. You just dagger away the totem, next turn set up Fledgling. It's fairly scary. Like I don't know off the top of my head, but I feel like this is not a super easy matchup for the Shaman here. We're probably gonna see Merc Spark here just because it survives the dagger hit and it fights for board. And that's in fact what's gonna happen. And yeah, this will contest against the Fledgling a little bit, but we may see re-dagger Deadly Poison, then you can set up a Fledgling next turn. Looking at the matchups real quick, it does look like Odd Rogue is fairly even against Even Shaman. It's close to 50-50. So,
so many options.
Interesting. Looks like actually at high levels it's slightly favored against the Even Shaman. That does make sense to me. The Odd Rogue hero power is so strong against the Even Shaman hero power, and you only really need to dagger up every second turn. And yeah, he will go for the re-dagger Deadly Poison play. See Corpse Taker come out immediately. This is a tanky little mess that can sort of deal with anything here. And on the other side, we're gonna see Edwin Van Cleef come out. Makes sense. My guess is Flame Tongue is going to be super crazy good here.
Put this apple on your head.
He's gonna go for Juggler Flame Tongue. Makes sense. And it's gonna put in a lot of face damage. We do see a couple of interesting things in Ang's deck. He is using Captain Greenskin, which we don't see in most Odd Rogue lists. And that's pretty strong. Looks like he substituted that in for either one Tar Creeper or one Kobold Scalebane. I can see how it's strong, making your weapon one more attack, or giving your weapon +1/+1 is really good here. And yeah, it looks like he's gonna play it on curve. Alright, we're probably gonna see Merc Spark come out here from actually this another little bit of an awkward turn here for Logan. Might see like Direwolf.
a mistake.
Wow. Terrible, terrible juggles from Logan. That's very unfortunate for him. Looks like he's just gonna start pushing face then for a little bit. Hench Clan's a pretty good drop here. He can hench and then I guess use the dagger to kill off either the juggler or the direwolf, but like it's not crazy strong or anything. And Logan's just gonna continue to be able to push. Wow, and having to commit a Code Blood just to give 1+1 attack so you can kill a juggler doesn't feel great either. But with Hench Clan and Darmo, he at least has a fairly strong board presence. Earthen Might's gonna let the Merc Spark trade in really well. And Taunt Totem's gonna... Taunt Totem is not really the biggest deal here, honestly. Because I don't think Ang wants to take 4 damage. But Ang's health total is starting to look pretty grim. And we do see that these Sea Giants are going to come down soon. He can drop Saranite puts down the Sea Giants to 4. I'm not sure about the Saranite. I think I would have actually no, it makes sense because A, it stops the fledgling from hitting base, and B, it's a little more resilient against Valspine Slayer. But obviously knowing what I know, Sea Giant would have been like game winning there. Fledgling SI and Ang is still barely alive, but very barely. Staring down 3 damage on board with 7 health. Not looking great for him. And we're just gonna see double Sea Giant and a Scale Hide. And yeah, one fledgling goes down. He chooses not to kill the other one, which is a little interesting. He could have Scale Hide and used the 2-on-1s to kill it. Alright, this Blink Fox had better get something explosive, like Volcano or something. Agatha's not gonna cut it, and Logan's gonna go up 1-0. Manages to get the Shaman out of the way nice and early. I'm sure he's happy about that. And we'll see what deck Logan chooses to go for next. My hunch is he's probably going to go Even Warlock. And oh, he's gonna go over to Spell Hunter. Spell Hunter, if I recall, has a fairly good matchup here. If nothing else, he can definitely win against anything. Consult my old buddy VS as usual. And VS claims that Odd Rogue is in fact quite heavily unfavored against Spell Hunter. So this could potentially be rough. Turn 1 tracking, get Spellstone. He's gonna have trap into Spellstone. On the other side, we see no turn 3 Hench Clan, but turn 1 Darmo is definitely the best 1-drop in his deck, so at least he has that going for him. But if you're Ang, you want to see early like Code Blood, you want to see early Hench Clan, stuff that lets you snowball the board really hard. And yeah, Darmo's a little awkward, doesn't die to Explosive Trap, you know, you don't really want to freeze trap a Darmo. So Logan's just gonna press every hunter's favorite button and pass. Candle Shot's interesting here. He can Candle Shot an Explosive Trap, for example. He is gonna do that. You really want to charge up that Spellstone by turn 5. Like, the Rogue doesn't have a great way of dealing with it unless he just has, you know, all the minions. And as we can see, this Rogue does not currently have all the minions. Although, a little interested to see how Ang handles this. Attacking the 1-2 into face makes a lot of sense. It is not Wandering Monster. I think he's going to play triple 1-drop. And then next turn you can potentially Fungal Mancer, which is super strong. And looks like Okay, the third one drops a little sketchy because it dies immediately to the Candle Shot, but it does draw a bit of the heat away from the other one, so we'll see how it goes. I guess it's also a little bit of a liability into Unleash the Hound, potentially. And yeah, that's what Ang's thinking about. And Logan knows that there's really not that much to think about, or that maybe the weapon hit, so I wonder if Logan also knows that there's a 2-1. Wow, okay, so it's interesting that Logan, instead of killing off a minion with Flanking Strike, which I think would have been pretty good, does go for Freeze Trap. Freeze Trap on Firefly seems pretty awkward, but I guess he's hinting that it's explosive to try to get Ang not to attack. Ang instead happily drops the Fungomancer and hits in. So Ang correctly gets the Battle Cry Firefly Freeze Trapped, which is good. And we are now immediately going to see Spellstone get dropped. Makes a ton of sense from Logan here.
Mushroom power!
And yeah, I just meant second Fungomancer comes down. It's really strong, although we're probably gonna see Flanking Strike. And suddenly, you know, this hunter is ahead on board, and it's gonna be really hard for Rogue to come back on board. Rogue does not have any recovery mechanisms. Not even a fan of knives, although fan is not particularly good here. We're probably gonna see like South Sea SI. Which, like, it's pretty awkward, especially with the freeze trap down. It's not going to do all that much. Just gotten news that Wesley and Amrit cannot play tonight, which is unfortunate. Especially since it looks like Jerry and Joshua might not be playing tonight either, and means the entire lower bracket might just be held up, which is very unfortunate. Alright. We see Deckhand Valspine instead, which is able to clear quite a bit, but Rockdalar comes and... oh, it's actually a pretty mediocre set of minions. Set of spells rather. Stampede is completely dead, like Freeze Trap, whatever. Multi-Shot is pretty good. Explosive Shot's alright, Grievous Bites are... like, it's just nothing particularly inspiring from that Rockdalar, which is a shame. But on the other hand, he does have the Rogue down to 15 health, so, you know... he's doing pretty good for himself. And he burns a Spellstone. That's really rough. Flare digs for 2 my side, which is a fantastic draw here. Gets a Huffer out of it, and yeah, he's probably gonna win off just, I mean, Unleash Kill Command's gonna be lethal next turn. This is looking really, really bad for Ang. I don't see how he can win this game right now.
Ha, this guy's toast.
And yep, that is gonna be that. Logan takes a really quick 2-0 lead in this series. Not gonna lie, that was pretty unexpected. And so it's all gonna be down to Logan's even lock to try to win at least one game against as Ang's list, where even lock is pretty bad against Odd Rogue. But you know, you can definitely get wins just by like getting early Mountain Giant into Twilight Drake going second with heals. Oh gosh, this looks dirty. Especially if you get like Defiles and Hellfires too. Hooked Reaver is another great card in this matchup.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
None will survive.
Another like ho-hum starting hand for Ang. You know, he still doesn't get that turn 3 Hench Clan he's really hoping for. And Logan's plenty happy just to tap into turn 3 Mountain Giant.
The light protects me.
Argent Squire, not particularly inspiring. Ang does find Fledgling though, which is pretty big. And it looks like Logan's gonna give up on the Mountain Giant plan and go for Vogar Homunculus. Can't blame him. Getting a body in front of these minions is pretty good. But Ang's gonna quickly clear that with a hero power and a deckhand and keep pushing damage. So Logan still can't play Mountain Giant. He can coin out Twilight Drake, which is what he might be going for. Yeah, he's gonna coin out Twilight Drake. We see that there is no silence in this Odd Rogue deck, so Twilight Drake is just a really beefy body that can contest board. Siphon Soul from Blink Fox could prove to be really strong here. Wow. Because even Warlock is so reliant on its big taunts to keep itself alive, and obviously you don't play around Siphon Soul. You do play around Valspine Slayer, it's true, but like, yeah. Well, Logan continues to be able to fight on board with pretty decently sized minions, but Scalebane comes down. So we know Scalebane's gonna die to the Amethyst Spellstone, which is pretty strong. Ang chooses to clear out the Twilight Drake to try to preserve that Scalebane, and also to guarantee the Scalebane proc and Argent Squire. That's really strong. This Squire is going to be really scary. Ang's going to tap. He's going to spell break the Squire. Can't blame him. Although that does delay the Amethyst Spellstone, which means the Scalebane is still going to continue to be a threat. On Ang's side, this turn's going to be a little awkward for him. He doesn't have a great turn. His best one might be like Hero Power Code Blood SI. Lets him have an extra minion on board, lets him clear out one of the minions, lets him put some face damage in. But if you bring the Warlock down to 15, you know you have to be scared of Hook Reaver, so there's also that that you have to deal with. Nonetheless, it looks like that is the line that he's going to opt for. Next turn, he can green skin to let Dagger clear out the other minion potentially. It's pretty strong. And I am a little curious to see whether or not we see the Hook Reaver drop or something else. Defile is not yet relevant, I don't believe. And no, we're gonna see Spellstone, so he's not quite. He's happy to heal out Hook Reaver range, knowing that he's gonna go back down real soon. On Ang's side, there's probably gonna be like green skin just to clear out the minion and maintain board control, but it's not a very inspiring play here. Yep, and in fact he is gonna hero whip, re-dagger and green skin. Hey, this brings back good memories of Fiery War Axe. Oh, I forgot to update something. It's just that. Yeah, not a particularly great play for Logan here. He's gonna drop the Mountain Giant, but we know that's immediately gonna get Siphon Souled. And I mean, never mind, it's not gonna get Siphon Souled. It's gonna be Fledgling Valspine, and it's looking pretty grim. We may see something like Hellfire Defile come down just to clear this board. It's either that or Hellfire and Saronite. And he's gonna go for the Hellfire Defile. It's on 10 health, which means that Ang is a mere 1 damage off lethal with Leroy. He has not found it yet. Blink Fox could get him Soulfire, which will get there. I'm not sure what other Warlock spells would. Sure, Chittering Tunneler, you can discover like Cold Blood, which would be pretty decent, I guess. And oh wait, no, never mind. It's Warlock. I mean, it's wow, Shadow Step is amazing here. And yeah, 0 damage. Logan knows what's up. And Logan's probably just gonna develop as many taunts as he can. Hook Reaver and Saronite. No, he's gonna go for Hook Reaver and heal. Sure. Hook Reaver is almost definitely gonna get siphoned here. No reason. Never mind, I'm crazy. He just loses to Leroy here. No! Logan, you knew he had Shadow Step. It was either that or Backstab, but you should have guessed Shadow Step. Well, yep. I made a minor misjudgment. Ang did in fact have lethal, and he is gonna win the game. And now we're gonna see the Twig Malagos Druid come up.
Shall be mine.
So Logan's only weapon removal is one ooze in this Warlock deck, although I'm not sure how relevant that's actually in this. That's actually going to be in this matchup, since he's gonna tap solo anyways. That the Malagos might not need the power of Twig to get lethal. And so the standard Warlock mating ritual of tap tap tap. Gonna be a very sedate early game. Neither deck is, you know, trying to go fast. But once you get to turn 4, oh man, this is gonna speed up real quick because Logan has both Mountain Giants, and we see that this Druid has no big minion removal. Gonna be another tap here, and he can even afford to Volgar Homunculus, and he'll still be able to play Mountain Giant on 4. Which I think he's gonna go for? I feel like that makes sense. Yep, he is gonna go for the Volgar Homunculus. Volgar Homunculus. Druid continues to not really have a play. He goes for a Ferocious Howl, and Mountain number 1 comes down. Suddenly, Druid is under a lot of pressure here. He's gonna coin, Nourish to ramp, play Arcane Tyrant, but Logan's gonna very happily ignore this. Actually, that was interesting. I'm surprised Logan didn't tap Mountain Giant on turn 4 actually, but whatever. Yep, he's just gonna very happily start pounding in damage with these giants, and there's not all that much Ang can do. He's gonna Malfurion. I wonder if he's gonna try going for Poisonous. We know that Poisonous is just gonna get swept aside by Hellfire. No, he's gonna go for the taunts. Safer play. But I mean, Logan's just gonna keep developing terrifying minions. This is gonna be a 4/10 Twilight Drake coming down. And there continues to not be particularly much counterplay. I mean, I was just gonna keep trying to throw taunts in front of this and stay alive, but this is pretty much the strongest start that even Warlock can muster. Both Twilight Drakes and both Mountain Giants. Whoa. But instead, he goes for Spellbreaker to push a bit of extra damage at this time. No, he decides to trade in for the 4/2. That's a little strange to me. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why he'd do that. Because this means that Spellstone is gonna let Ang clear both giants. Well, now we're probably gonna see the Drake developed. I don't think there's all that much drama this turn. Drake comes down, Logan hits face, and Ang pulls Nurse Swipe. The swipe's not necessarily relevant right now. We're probably gonna see Lich King come down. He hovered over Wrath for a bit. I'm curious as to what the Wrath play is. I'm guessing it's potentially Cycle against a 4/2. Yeah, I guess. Oh, he's gonna cycle the Branching Paths instead. After all, he does have a win condition he needs to draw into. He finds UI, which means he's probably gonna stop cycling. Because, you know, he needs clear hand space to be able to do UI things. Which, my guess, it means 6 armor? Yeah, 6 armor it will be. Let's get a Wrath, probably for 3 now, since he needs to clear up hand space. Yep. And he's gonna attack.
Death is eternal. My turn is not.
He pretends to be making a mistake with the Wrath, but we all know he's just clearing hand space for UI. Oh, maybe he's... right, he might have been oopsing for bringing the Warlock under 14 HP, but he could have tapped down there anyways. I don't know. Either way, Hooked Reaver comes down. UI is suddenly much less interesting. He's gonna UI face. Makes sense. Now Malagos double Moonfire will be lethal, for example. He pulls an Innervate and an Arcane Tyrant. That's the final card. So interesting. Both Moonfires and Malagos are still in his deck. Ang can't be happy with that. Logan's probably just gonna try to heal up with Shroom Brewers. He is. But all of these minions means that we're gonna see these Spreading Plagues delay so long. And I'm starting to think that this game's looking pretty good for Ang. He can like Twig Plague here. Or Wrath. Never mind, yeah, Wrath for 1, clear a Hook Reaver. Probably Cycle with that Wild Growth. And yeah, I gotta say Ang is probably looking pretty favored now. Spreading Plague is always really scary here because Spreading Plague is a surprising amount of burst with Branching Paths. Like if Logan decided not to clear any of these, for example, he would just straight up die to Branching Paths hero power or Branching Paths swipe hero power. Logan, of course, is going to clear these, no reason not to. But Saronite Chain Gang means that it means that the second Spreading Plague is going to continue to be a massive nuisance. And he has to be cognizant of his health at all times now. Second Plague is going to come down almost for sure. Ferocious Howl to gain a hell of a lot of armor. Probably going to see Plague Spellstone is my guess. Clear out a 4/4.
My thoughts are plagued.
Looks like... I'm not sure what Twig Play is. It seems a little sketchy. So he's just gonna go Plague, buy some more time.
Death is eternal.
Innervate for the hero power. Choosing to save the Spellstone, I guess. And yeah, just continuing to wall up. Logan's gonna continue to clear out this wall of taunts. And he's forever cognizant that Twig of the World Tree is a threat that he needs to be aware of. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is pretty good for Logan. It's honestly hard to say. I'm not super familiar with this matchup either way. Logan knows he needs to stay above 12 HP because that's where Malagos Moonfire goes. 15 if you want to account for Innervate hero power. And then other than that, he has the Ooze for the Twig, so the Druid can't do anything special beyond there. And once he gets Godan down, Godan hero power is definitely better than Malfurion's. So Twig does come down. Logan has plenty of time to Ooze this whenever he wants to. So my guess is after Ang clears off these minions, we're gonna see Logan drop the Godan. Godan will bring back, I believe, one Hooked Reaver. It's actually not gonna bring back that much. It's gonna bring back like a Hooked Reaver and a Homunculus. I think that's it. But I mean, hero power is just so darn good. Okay, so Ang goes for the Branching Paths and Face Play, which is gonna put out a lot of damage. But Logan's gonna quickly heal up, or heal back up. And Shadow. Yeah, Logan back up to 22 HP. He has a little taunt in the way. And he has the superior hero power. Lich King comes down. It'll probably die to like Hellfire Spellstone, I guess. Yeah, this turn's probably like Hellfire Spellstone hero power from Logan. And now he knows he can just slowly play the attrition game here. He just needs to ooze the Twig pretty much before it pops, which is anytime in the next couple of turns. Yeah, sorta awkward. Wonder if Ang pops Obliterate here just to clear up hand spit. No, he only has 2 cards left in deck. He's gonna hit face. Oh, he is gonna use Obliterate. Okay. I think I'm fine with that. Take 1 damage, kill a Hooked Reaver. Pretty good. Yeah. So I think here we're probably gonna see Infernal Ooze hero power. That's exactly what we're gonna see. Ang's, you know, probably not happy about this. It's gonna be very difficult for him to win now. His last card is Malagos. That is so unfortunate. I don't see how Ang can bring out the damage to win this game anymore. I think he's in checkmate. Oh wait, no, he needs to play Malagos and just stick it. Like, stick it as a minion. Malagos, Moonfire, and the Dread Infernal, get it to stick, and then hope he can win that way. Pretty sure that's the play. Malagos is finally here. He's gonna come down, because if he does get it to stick, which he might actually, and next turn he can faceless, swipe, whatever. Logan can't clear the Malagos! Logan can't clear the Malagos! I repeat, Logan cannot clear the Malagos. Oh no!
The end is coming!
The end is in fact coming. So we're gonna have 2 Malagis. It's gonna be 10 spell damage. Means it's gonna be 14 and 11. It's gonna be 25 damage. And Logan's dead! Logan is dead! He didn't spellstone and now he's dead. I think if he spellstoned he would've... Oh wait, no, never mind. He was 1 mana off dead. I mean, I think he's still dead. Yeah, he is still dead. Wow, Ang wins that in fatigue. What a game. Just goes to show. You don't need a twig to win the game sometimes.
Masterful.
Oh wait, no, it's gonna be a draw! He can't get through! Fulgur Homunculus saves today. Oh my god. This is the best game ever! Game is drawn. Game is drawn. Time to go again. Also, I feel like it's 2-1. And I just missed the part where the rogue won. Yeah, I've been a little lax with, with updating this. Alright, and here we go again.
I must protect the wild. Your soul shall be mine.
And now Twig is in Ang's opening hand. He has Wild Growth in the Twig. He probably feels much better about this start. He managed to survive Mountain, Mountain, Twilight, Twilight. Also, I spent like the entire end of that game miscalculating lethal, so that was also funny.
Into our strength.
Ang does throw the twig. Makes sense. He needs combo first. He gets Malagos in opening hand. I'm sure he's much happier with it here than at the bottom of his deck. Logan doesn't find the really scary 4-drops this time. He still has 2 more chances to draw into that turn 3 Mountain Giant, which you know he wants. He has Ooze for Twig ready. Ang is just happily cycling away, doing his thing. Branching Path's probably going to draw 2 more. Mountain Giant does not show up. Very unfortunate. We're just going to see a Plated Beetle. Very boring Plated Beetle.
That was a mistake.
Wonder if he was thinking about coin tap. I have no idea how correct these things are. 5 mana 4/4 comes out. Very value minion. Sure, Logan's delighted with how bad this start is. And I'm just really happy to not see any of those really threatening minions come down early this time. He knows that if he can just survive long enough and not get pressured, and now that he has Malagos in hand, he can easily win this game. Oh, assuming Twig shows up at some point. And he's gonna rapidly ramp up in the Lich King too. Deploying Dread Inferno looks like, to just, you know, put out a minion that does things. I'm guessing we're gonna see Lich King on the other side, Snap Blade. He's probably gonna die to Defile Spellstone. Most likely Defile Spellstone. Oh, he taps? Question mark? Logan? I'm not sure about that. Defile Spellstone seemed like a really clean kill. And he drops the whoops. And now he has a much less clean kill. He still uses the Spellstone. Instead of Hellfire too. I really don't know. I think Logan might be a little tilted. He does find Mountain Giant off the top, which is pretty strong, but I mean, you know, Warlock has removal for that now. Obliterate is not the worst. He also just establishes the Twig already. And yeah, Obliterate, he takes 8, but that's not the end of the world. This Druid has so much armor gain. And yeah, he's just gonna happily start cleaning off minions and bashing his own Twig down. Man, Logan, I don't know. I feel like he's really regretting the misplay earlier. Not having that Dread Inferno makes such a difference here. Like, suddenly he's down to very unassuming minions again. It's gonna be a Volgar Homunculus. He's gonna ooze down the Twig, but you know, Ang's already shown that he doesn't need the Twig to win. I mean, there's no Siphon Soul or anything in this deck, and looks like An's just gonna go for it again, for the Tempo Malagos. Although, he does have fairly limited burn in his hand, so that might actually be a mistake if he goes for it. Because it could potentially die to something like a minion trade-in, Hellfire Spellstone. Hellfire Spellstone is 10 damage. We'll see if he innervates out Remove or uses the Moonfire. He doesn't. And so yeah, we're probably going to see Hellfire Spellstone clear out the Malagos. Let's see if Logan does the math correctly. No, what are you doing, Logan? You can do it. Hellfire Spellstone. Hellfire Spellstone. Come on. Alright, that looks promising. Yep, he's mousing over the correct cards. Yep. Hit. And the Hellfire and the Spellstone. Ouch. And suddenly, Ang is a little devoid of a win condition. Like, he can still get a big board with Spreading Plague, I guess, but he's down to like 1 branching pass left in his deck, I believe. Suddenly, like, his Lich King is gone? Yeah, Ang is done. He's out. And that was a rather anticlimactic finish to a brilliant series. Logan takes it, 3-1. And I believe that's it. My guess is that is also it for the night. I don't believe there's any more matches that's going to happen tonight. So, that's probably gonna be that. And yeah, I suppose that will be it. Thank you everyone for tuning in, for all of the people who chose to watch today. And I'll probably be back tomorrow when some small portion of the other games are played. I don't know. Till then, catch y'all later.